Hey y'all, I'm Jan. Thank you for being here. Do you like strawberry? Because I love it. Now this cake mix here says it's already got pudding in the mix. So if not for that, I would add more pudding to it. But this is super moist strawberry cake mix with pudding already in it. We're also going to use Sonic Strawberry Shake pudding. One is going in the cake. This is going to be a poke cake, a strawberry poke cake. And then one of these is going to be the icing. For the icing, we're going to use one of these mixed with a tub of Cool Whip. Whip topping. This is off-brand. So, if you're so inclined, you're going to need 2 of these. Your strawberry cake mix. These are 2 jumbo, probably double yolk eggs, or you just need 3 eggs. Now, if you want to make the cake the way it says on the back and just use a half a cup of oil and a cup of water, go ahead. But I'm going to use, in the place of the oil, a stick of melted butter, well, softened butter, and a cup of milk. Now I'm letting all this sit out, my eggs. I'm about to get my milk out. And I'm going to have all this room temp before I start. That's important. This only got out to show you this is going back in the fridge. You definitely want your Cool Whip thawed. And if you do this, you're also going to need 3 cups of very cold milk. So keep your, 4 cups of milk total. Keep your 3 cups for your pudding in the fridge. Keep it really cold. You want 1 cup of milk out here, room temp. I actually might melt this. I need to look and see. I think I actually am going to melt it, but I'm going to melt it and then get it back to room temp. And then you want your eggs room temp too. If you're going to bake a cake, you want everything the same temp if you can help it. And I personally think it all does better if it's all room temp as opposed to all cold. Just make sure if you use butter, make sure you cool it off and you know, we don't want to scramble the eggs. So, okay, let me get my cup of milk out, and then I'll be back so we can get started. I'm excited, y'all. I was standing on the cake aisle and thought this up in my head. Don't know if it's ever been done, but I hope it's delicious. If it's not, I'm going to tell you. I'm always going to show y'all real stuff, not... I'm not going to tell you something's good if it's not. But I feel like it's going to be delicious. Anything with pudding and Cool Whip can't be bad in my opinion. But we'll see. Alright, I'll be back. Changed my mind, y'all. Instead of milk, I'm going to use half and half. Because I've got a whole thing of it. And I don't want it to ruin. I mean, it's got, I don't know, 3 weeks or so left. But that will make this cake even moister, and richer, and it will taste even better. So, and just in case you're wondering, you can use this. You can use half and half. You can use in the place of water in the cake mix. You can use half and half. You can use milk. You can use, I think you can use heavy cream too. You can even use buttermilk. So, half and half. And again, I'm letting this all sit out and get room temp, and I'm going to microwave this here in just a minute and let it cool off to room temp too. Okay, I'll be back. All right, y'all, here we go. Putting our 2 giant eggs. Oh, yep, that just hit the floor. oh, okay. That one only had 1 yolk. Huge yolk, but 1 yolk. Okay, hold on. I gotta clean up this mess. Okay, I'm telling y'all, if I'm not making a mess, something's wrong. Okay, our equivalent to 3 eggs, our cup of half and half, 1 stick of melted butter, room temp, now then our cake mix. This smells so good. Oh, but I mean, I absolutely love strawberry anything. I think it smells delicious. It tastes delicious. All right, come on out. There we go. All right, so for any cake mix, you're supposed to use a hand mixer and whisk this vigorously for at least 2 minutes. Not everyone has a hand mixer, and so I'm going to do this by hand because I like for people to know that they can make something even if they don't have, you know, expensive gadgets to make this stuff with. You can still do it by hand. So I'm not going to make y'all watch, but I'm fixing to whisk this for 2 whole minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to turn my oven on 350, and then I'm going to grease my 9x13. So I'll be back. Okay. Smooth out. Now you could also do this in a round or 2 rounds. I've never tried to do a poke cake from a round cake though, so let's see if I can get this flattened out so it's not bowed up in the middle like my last cake was. All right, and while I would love to go ahead and make our pudding, we don't want either of the puddings to set up, so we cannot make them until we're ready to use them. 29 minutes. This smells so good. So, because I'm going to use pudding in the holes as opposed to some sort of sauce like caramel or chocolate, I need this to cool most of the way down. So I'm going to let this sit here for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to poke the hole. Okay, it's cooled down enough that I can touch it. It's still fairly warm, but let's get our holes poked. Okay, got the holes poked in the baby. Got all the little, well, just about all the little pieces pushed back down in the hole. Now this says, if you're making regular pudding, 2 cups of cold milk, medium bowl, beat with wire whisk or electric mixer for 2 minutes. So what we're going to do, ooh, the counter's hot. Put it right here on the edge. Last thing I want is this not to set up because the counter's hot. All right, so I realize this is out of y'all's, pretty much out of your view. I'm going to see if I can do it here. I took these out from under the cake and been moving the cake all the way around the counter trying to get it to cool down quicker. All right, so instead of using 2 cups, we're going to use, I'm going to add like a, I don't know, quarter more. That right there. Because again, this is going to be filling. All right, so I'm going to whisk this for 1 minute. I'm going to grab a Ziploc bag and come back and show y'all what I'm going to do. Okay. I whisked it for 1 minute. And you can see it's setting up very well. Y'all, this stuff is delicious. I don't think I've ever had a strawberry shake from the Sonic, but this tastes so good. All right, now what I'm about to do, Now it says you can put it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes, or if you want it to set up even harder, put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. See my Ziploc bag here? Anyway, I'm going to get all this in this Ziploc bag, and I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes, and then we're going to fill the holes in our cake with this pudding. Be back in 5. Now then, while our pudding for the holes is setting up, let's get our pudding for the frosting ready. So that's 1 cup. And again, we're going to go maybe 1/3 of a cup this time. It's supposed to be 2 whole cups if you're just making regular pudding. Now, again, I'm going to whisk this for, I might whisk this one for a little over a minute, and then I'm going to fold in our tub of Cool Whip. So I'm going to whisk this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we got our pudding made for our frosting. Tub of Cool Whip time. And we're just going to fold this in. You don't want to, you can whisk it in, but I like to keep mine kind of poofy. You could also make your own Cool Whip. Just use heavy whipping cream and a mixer. Or if you're wild enough, use your hand and a whisk. So I'm just going to sit here and fold this in until there's no longer any white. It's probably going to be really light pink because this pudding is not, you know, it's a light pink already. So this big thing of Cool Whip should lighten it up a good bit. And as soon as I get this all mixed together, I'm going to stick this in the fridge, and I'm going to grab our bag of pudding back out so we can fill the holes in. Okay, y'all. This is what your frosting should look like. A pale pink. Very pale pink. Now, I'm going to put this in the fridge so it can thicken up a bit more for our icing. Goodness, jam. So I'm going to put this in the fridge to thicken up, and then I'm going to grab our bag of pudding so we can fill those holes. Be right back. I may have to get another bag. Okay, no, I'll just hold it. See, this is why I was worried about it setting up too fast. I was afraid it wouldn't go in the hole. But this is going to work just fine. Okay. I'm going to fill all these holes with the pudding. And then we're going to icing this beautiful thing. I'll be right back. Give it one last stir. And then it will go in the refrigerator and sit up for about an hour. Yeah, like this is almost even runny. Y'all, this pudding tastes so good. Yep, I'm licking. Oh, there's much left in the bowl. Darn it, I should have left me a little bit. I will be making this again. Telling y'all right now, I will be making this for Thanksgiving. And I think I'm going to make it for Christmas too. This is phenomenal. Now, Now, maybe, maybe I went a little bit too strawberry with it, but... And if you think it's too much strawberry, you could always use a vanilla cake, or you could use the same strawberry cake, and instead of putting strawberry pudding in the holes, you could use French vanilla. And then, make your strawberry frosting like this. And to be quite honest with you, I also have a container of whipped strawberry frosting, which was what I got first. And then when I went back to the grocery store, I was on the pudding aisle getting some chocolate pudding for something else, and then I saw this Sonic stuff, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to make the icing out of that. So, and you could always fill the holes with strawberry pudding, and then use the strawberry. I got the strawberry whipped icing, and you could use that if you're not a fan of refrigerator cakes, because it's definitely a refrigerator cake because of the pudding. Okay, I'm going to end up messing this thing up if I don't leave it alone now. I know it doesn't look like it's not going to win any beauty contest, but I don't really care how it looks. I care how it tastes. I'm so excited. It smells like pure strawberry in my kitchen. Alright, before I screw this thing up, I'm going to go stick it in the fridge for... I'm going to try to wait 30 minutes. I really want a piece now. I'm going to eat that right there too. Okay, see y'all in 30. There's our pudding. Right there. Y'all, this cake is so good. Too good. Mmm. Mmm. I think it's the best cake I've ever made, personally. See the pudding? I got a friend coming Thursday to pick it up because I can't stop eating it. This is my third slice. It is so good. Y'all try this. Ooh, there's some more pudding. Mmm. If you like strawberry like I do, you're going to love this. This cake is so moist. And that pudding, it almost tastes like 2 different strawberry flavors in here. I guess because the cake is strawberry, but this is so good. Y'all give this a try. And thank y'all for watching. I truly appreciate it.